If you are about to start your business, then it's better to start it as a side business if you can. Why start it as a side business? We discussed this topic in a previous episode and you can watch it via the link up here. However, to be able to build a side business while working a full-time job is complicated. And if you already have a family, then it can become frustrating to take care of your job, your side business, and the family all at the same time. To solve this problem, you need to make a mind shift and be more productive. You do not only need to learn some tips to be productive, but you also need to make it a part of you and to change your mentality. You need to make it a lifestyle. So how to be more productive at work so that you have time to build your side business in parallel? This is the topic of our episode today. Hello everyone and welcome to Think Business, the only channel that focuses on helping you to start and to scale your online business, all while maintaining balance and improving your performance as a business owner. So if you are new to this channel, do not forget to subscribe so that you do not miss any of our upcoming episodes. I started my business as a side business almost 6 years ago. I was working in a very demanding job in the automotive industry in a big multinational company in Germany. So you can just imagine when it comes to the automotive industry and in Germany, how the workload was looking like. However, even though I was a full-time employee with a loaded calendar, I used to do all these things that I will share with you right now in parallel. I started a side business. I was traveling around Europe giving speeches or attending events and meeting new people. I was taking a volunteering role in one of the biggest organizations in the world. And I was writing blog posts and recording YouTube videos every week and building my brand online. I was also going to the gym and training, but from time to time. And all of this while having a family and a newborn baby. Almost everyone that I have met during these days used to ask me about my secret and how I can do all of that. And the answer was in the mindset and some specific strategies that I followed and made them a big part of my life. And the next few minutes, I will share some of these tips with you. Tip number 1. You cannot be productive without knowing where you are spending your time. You need to understand where you are spending your time before thinking about being good at managing this time. So please do not skip this step. Tip number 2. Say no to useless meetings at work. If you check your daily calendar, then most probably you will find a big chunk of time wasted each day on attending useless meetings. You need to learn to say no and to reject to attend any meeting that seems to be useless. Is this easy? Of course not. And the people will resist your rejection. But it's a skill that comes with practice. And if you said 10 times no, and at the end you had to submit to social pressure and to attend 9 of these 10 meetings, it's still better than not saying no at all and attending the 10 meetings automatically. Before speaking about tip number 3, did you press like? If you are enjoying the episode so far, then please press like. Your support really means a lot to us. Tip number 3, plan your day one night ahead. Honestly, I do not only want you to plan the tasks of the next day, I want you to dig deeper. Let us say that you know already what tasks you will need to do tomorrow. Aren't you still going to waste time and energy thinking about what to start with and what to do when? When I say plan your day one night ahead, I want you to do the following. Define 3 side business tasks that you need to do. Define the sequence, or in other words, which task is first and which is second and which is third. Define when exactly are you going to do each task of the 3. And define what you will do in each of these 3 tasks. For example, it's not enough to write something like work on marketing my business. This is very generic and it contains tons of possible options. And it can cause you to feel frustrated and to delay a lot of time when you start working on this task. So you must be specific and clear. Dig deeper and you will save a lot of time wasted. Tip number 4. Use every empty time slot to achieve something. As an employee, sometimes you'll find yourself doing nothing. This happens from time to time, especially if you are having a balanced job. Most employees use this nothing time to do nothing. They surf the internet or drink coffee or go to speak with a colleague. I want you to use these gift time slots to do one of 2 things. Either to learn something new or to finish some of the tasks from your to-do list. But again, this is in case that you really have nothing to do at all and an empty time slot. Tip number 5, focus on the things that really matter at your full-time job. In other words, do not waste time doing tasks that do not really bring you forward. For example, spending 2 to 3 hours on creating a cute slide that shows a summary of a project to show to your colleagues in a meeting is a no-go. In this case, it's far better to use 1 hour only to create a standard slide with the summary that transmits the points to the team members and use the other 2 hours to do something better. In every job, some tasks deserve that you invest extended time on, and there are other tasks that you need to get done, and that's all. The real problem happens when you deal with all your job tasks in the same way. You need to be smart in classifying which task deserves extra attention and which does not. Tip number 6. Set tasks with a time deadline, not a goal deadline. Instead of saying, I will work on this to-do item until I finish it totally, you need to say, I will work on this task from 10 till 10:30 and see how much I can finish. Sometimes, time deadline motivates more than the goal deadline. Working on a task that requires a lot of effort and focus for an extended period of time can demotivate you and can drain your focus, while knowing that you have to do what you can do in 30 minutes or 45 minutes can ignite you to do your best during this time. And finally, tip number 7. Block some time slots in your calendar for your focus time to finish things fast. If you want to focus more on your work and to finish things without lots of distractions, then block some time slots in your calendar to finish some of your tasks. And by the way, I mean here the company tasks, not your to-do list for your side business. Block time slots in your calendar and go to an empty room at your company and switch off your cell phone so that you are not disturbed at all. Of course, this tip is extremely helpful if you work on site and not remotely. If you do this, your focus level will improve, your quality of work will improve, and your speed will improve. These are not all the strategies that I have used and still use, but they are the strategies that you need to have a great start. Now it's your turn to share your thoughts with me. Do you think that there are any other strategies that you would like to add? Also, what other topics are important to you and you want me to speak about? Share with me your thoughts in the comments below. And do not forget to share this episode with your friends and to press like before going away if you like this episode. See you next time.